Hey everyone, it is Thursday and it's day 4 of our special fall eye week here on my channel. So if you are just finding this video just now, we have 3 other days of looks that you need to catch up on. We did olive, plum, yesterday was a fun like yellowy warm sunflower look. Some people called it candy corn, some people called it pumpkin spice. However you want to think of that, we did yellow and it was awesome. But today I want to do something really rich and dark. I think the entire eye look, not just the eyeshadow, is going to be a bit more dramatic, and I'm going to call it like night sky or something like that. There's going to be some layering. My plan is to layer kind of like shadow stick, and then I've got a little palette here that's brand new from Makeup Forever. It's their Artist to Go palette. And you know how their Wherever Walnut like lip liners have become kind of viral and iconic actually. You go on TikTok for any amount of time, somebody's talking about it. Well, they fashioned an eye palette after Wherever Walnut, and I was really honing in on this type of shade for the look that I want to do today. So what's already on here? I've got my Catrice Soft Glam Filter Fluid on, and this is in the shade Light Medium, so that's my primer. And then for foundation, I use the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Finish Foundation. This is in the shade 25 Light Neutral. I feel like that gave me really strong coverage all over my skin. I use my Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is the shade Cream Puff. That's on under eye and just other various little concealer zones. I set with Rare Beauty Loose Powder today. I also set all over the rest of the face with Maybelline Superstay Hybrid Powder Foundation in the shade 128, and that step really makes me feel locked in for staying power all day. I contoured with my Rare Beauty stick. This is the color Good Energy, and I do feel like it's an amazing shade for contour on my skin tone, so all the contour zones there. Actually went over that and kind of softened things out even more with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in Sun Bronze. My blush of the day is from Revlon. This also has kind of a satin finish, so my skin's got some glow. But this is the color Hot Cheeks from Revlon, and it does have some glow. It actually has a bit of a goldeny sheen in that rich pink blush. And then L'Oreal Infallible Highlight in Icy Gold. Set it with the 3-second mist. Used my CoverGirl Clean Fresh Nano pencil set with L'Oreal Brow Lamination Gel. And that brings us to the point we are now where I just put on Milani eyeshadow primer. And after saying all that, I need a drink of coffee. I feel like this eye look's going to be very experimental because I'm not quite sure how deep and dark it's going to go. I want it to be fairly dark. And I'm going to try going with this shadow stick. This is from Laura Geller. It's the Ocean Blue Kajal Longwear Liner. So this is basically a jumbo shadow stick, right? And I was thinking maybe at the get-go, we just do this first. So when I say night sky, I guess I think it's kind of a cutesy name, but I'm more so thinking like a really dark blue. Maybe it's just as the sky becomes dark, right? So I'm gonna put this all over my lids, and you see me taking my finger, blending it out slightly. So we have a rich base. This is probably gonna be a trust the process look if there ever was one. Okay, so just hang with me. We will make it work. These sticks are great though. I mainly use them kind of like liners, my lazy liner technique, where it's just like this thicker pencil that you don't have to think about so much, and put it along your lash line, your lower lash line. They're great there. They do not budge. Just add a little more. And I'm going to involve the lower lash line more in today's look. It's going to be a big contrast from yesterday. Covered lid space. Right away, we're going in the waterline with it. In the waterline and right down on the lower lash line too. I figure while we've got the pencil out, we might as well just hit that step. And this is going to be great because it'll set. We don't have to worry about that moving. Getting literally that waterline area and then feeling like you're practically smudging it within the lashes, okay? Smudgy, murky, make our own word, we'll call it smirky. Okay, I just want you to see kind of where we're at with that now, okay? I've got a nice little thickness there. It's not overwhelming the eye, but it's definitely present. And I had a comment the other day, and this is fair. They say I'm enjoying the series, but I'm feeling like it's lacking creativity, or like it's just the same look, different days, plugging in different colors. And what I have to say about that is that the differences may be subtle day to day. You know, I'm not doing this series saying, here's a one loud editorial look to the next. You know, I'm thinking color made wearable, color feeling approachable, color feeling everyday, and simply just stepping away from the neutral palettes is my personal goal for the week, and doing one look a day that brings in some kind of color and just really putting the focus on the eyes. And it's not just me, I think as a whole, the trend has been toward just very natural, barely there eye looks. So that was my goal with this. And if you want looks that take you in completely different patterns and looks and shapes and stuff like that, you know, search YouTube for it. I'm sure it's out there by very talented people. But the point of this series for my own personal self is just to get back to color again and make it feel like it has its place, like it's approachable, like it's not something I'm pushing off to the side because, oh, I don't want it to look too loud. We're just inviting color back in. That's the point. And I have tried to make each look kind of have a different direction. Maybe it's all matte. Maybe it's a halo eye. Maybe it's kind of, you know, the first day I know was very much my typical format of eye look. Anyway, yeah, I'm not looking to reinvent the wheel here. I'm just trying to have a little fun with color, and I hope it can inspire somebody else to do the same. We are bringing in this guy. It's again the Wherever Walnut Mini Palette Artist to Go. Yeah, I need an Artist to Go. Cup of ranch, cup of buffalo sauce. This color, this is my thought. We're going murky blue. This has a shimmer finish, and I'm going to pat this all over my base. And the point of doing the base was just to keep it really dark. When I see this shade swatched, do you see how it does have some light catching ability? And I was thinking in the night when I was awake, I didn't want it to look too light because swatching it out, I just wasn't sure. So I thought putting that deep base pencil down will ensure that things stay nice and dark for me. But I'm topping that pencil, I'm patting over it with this shadow, and we will take a brush, and I'll probably take my small pointed brush to the crease after this and work on this shade just blending out even more. But it's looking really nice and even right now, and it's looking pretty much exactly like the color I want it to be. If you're looking for navy paired with warmth, check out this past Saturday's video. That one honestly slayed. I loved it so much. I haven't done a look like this in a while where I really allowed the lid as a whole to get really rich and dark. But this has been such a fun week. And really, your guys' comments and support, like, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I love hearing what a look made you look into in your own collection. Sometimes you're like, oh, I have that same palette. But sometimes I hear people just saying the thing that they have that's similar, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great option too. So it's just been really interesting to see how these videos may have inspired something. But here I am just going into that same color, and I'm hitting directly in my crease. And you can see that shade softening and taking on a slightly different tone now that it's not overlapping the shadow stick. It's actually looking like there's a hint more purple in the color. I am liking the texture of the shade very much. It's really seeming blendable. When I think about the motion I'm doing with this brush, it's like a contained circular motion, just buffing throughout. I'm letting it come upward a little bit. It's looking really pretty as it shears out. I think I went higher with it over here than here, so I need to continue. And if you don't have a navy blue cream shadow, you could skip that base step, or you could try a black. I was actually going back and forth between possibly basing this look with black. I think this shadow is strong enough to still, like, it would still show itself on top of black to an extent, but it would be all in all, I think, darker. This is really looking nicely blended. Most intensity there on the lid. I do have other shades in here. They've got a couple of taupey colors. One looks more toward rose gold and one is more classic taupe. We've got this, we've got warmth. This color looks like a matte, actually, in the upper corner. Gosh, I'm not even sure how much I want to alter what's going on color-wise. I'm just really liking this. I would like to see a little bit of this just coming down and being really soft on the lower lash line, too. There's just a softness you can get out of shadow that when we're doing a smokier look like this, it just looks really pretty. So same brush I've been working with. I'm just getting a little bit of that murky blue shimmer on the tip and running it right along the lower lash line. That shade was just able to soften out so incredibly well. I'm surprised that I'm not pulling in more colors, but just am not really finding it necessary. This is a bare brush. I may take a smidge of the white, or maybe bone color, it's not pure white, but just a little bit of that coming up in here. I'm going to go liquid liner, at least for a thin line. This is M Cosmetics Illustrative Liner. It's the brush tip. And I'm really not wanting any kind of lid pop or make it shimmer and shine. Like, I want the richness today. I'm making my line just a little thicker toward the end, but just keeping with the shape of my eye overall. I felt like I spent quite a bit of time blending, but really just with the one shadow. I'm gonna do some lashes and a lip and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, here's how the look came out. Just mascara top and bottom, and I just think it frames this look so beautifully. I have kind of a thicker lash than normal on the bottom there. I kind of let Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water build up just a bit more there, and then I used my Maybelline Lash Sensational Firework on the upper lashes, and I'm just really happy with the way this came together. I'm very, very impressed by the versatility of the powder shadow we used, because I thought, you know, it layered on top of our shadow sticks so nicely, and it's kind of showing that murky blue quality. But then as it sheared out, there was kind of a grayish bit of lavender in that blend, which I thought was just so cool and pretty. The palette certainly does provide a few other options, but I like that. I added just a bit more blush, the Revlon Hot Cheeks, and then on my lips, I use this L'Oreal lip liner. It's the Worth It medium shade. So that's giving kind of like a mauve-y deepened pink. And then on top for the overall color, I use that new Lancome Balm, and I'm gonna have to pop the shade up to tell you what it is, but it's that kind of, you know, black honey-esque type of shade. If you have anything like that, that's sheer, balmy, leaves a little shine. I just think that pairs really nicely with this look, but I could see a lot of lips being good with it. If you wanted to just do nude, I think that would be super chic and pretty. The lips we did the first couple days, kind of muted, dark, cool nude could be nice. And I'm trying to sneak in a little bit of berry here, so I got like blueberry and raspberry. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look, and it's just one day left. One day left tomorrow. What color will it be? Any guesses? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.